Hi, okay, this question is for, or this video is for Alana. She asked a question about the cone synthesis, but I figure if she had the question, then possibly a lot of people had the question too. And so what she asked about was in this intermediate in the cone synthesis, what was going on in this step? And so I'm going to redo this arrow pushing step here for you. So what we have set up here is I protonated this oxygen, this carbonyl, and that's going to create a pull of electrons this way. So that's going to pull the electrons towards the delta plus in this carbonyl. And because of that, that means the lone pair of this nitrogen is going to get pulled towards this delta plus of the carbonyl. And so all we're going to do is we're going to formally push those electrons up into the plus charge of the carbonyl. So everything's conjugated here, right? The lone pair is conjugated with this alkene here, which is conjugated with this positively charged carbonyl. So all we have to do is push all the way through. So on the first step, I'm pushing here. This is all happening at one time, but the first arrow I'm drawing, not the first step of the mechanism. The first arrow I'm drawing, I'm pushing that lone pair here. And when I do that, that's going to move that double bond there. And that's going to move the lone pair, or sorry, that's going to move that other pi bond up into the carbonyl. So you're going to have the alcohol. So drawing it out exactly as in the same conformation as drawn in the step. So what I did when I drew the product there was I switched the conformation so it would make it easier to do the subsequent arrow pushing. It would make the subsequent arrow pushing more obvious. So this is the product that you get drawn in the same conformation. Then what I did was I rotated around this bond in the previous arrow pushing mechanism. I rotated around that bond so that you could see how that ring was formed. You could see it set up to form a ring. This way it's not obvious that it's going to form a ring. And so that's why I drew it so that the bond was already rotated, so you could already begin to see it was conformed in like a letter C, right? So you could see that the ring was going to form. Good question, Alana.